today with Valorant's executive producer, Anna Donlan. Anna, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Do you have any plans for a console version in the future, or is this going to remain a PC exclusive?
You know, that one's like, I think that's one of the more controversial topics out there that I've seen, and I completely understand why it's controversial internally to our dev team as well. I think what we've kind of said is, so we're prototyping that right now. Like, we are definitely prototyping that right now. But there's a way to play this game and there's a way to experience this game that we're not entirely sure translates completely to console play. And we really believe that the way this game is meant to be played is at this like hyper like strong level of competitive integrity, and we worry about players feeling like, you know, someone they're playing against has a competitive advantage because of the system they're playing on. And no matter how much work we do, I don't know if we can ever break that perception. So we need to be really, really cautious about moving forward on those types of platforms. But I do think there's like something to crack there that our team is really excited to crack. And so what we've said is, if we feel like we can deliver this experience on those platforms, we will. Like, we absolutely will. If we feel like we have to compromise on the experience so much so that it doesn't even feel like the same game anymore, then we'll just go make that game and put it on consoles, you know, and we'll have that be something else that we do. But we really want Valorant to stand for a certain type of gameplay and a certain type of experience, and we want that experience to be felt across any platform that it's played on. So it's not a no, for sure. And I think, you know, I've got a bunch of designers who are very, very excited to kind of prove that this is possible for us, but it definitely wasn't the focus out of the gate. And so it's going to be, if we were to do it, it'll definitely be delayed.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to Tanek FPS. And man, oh man, I got a video I want to talk to you guys today, and I'm not gonna lie, this one's a bit of a spicy one and a passionate one for me, and it's not even because, you know, it's a sour topic or anything. It's just, it's something I really want. And if you've watched me on my other channel, Tanek127 Gaming, my main channel, where I cover my MMOs, RPGs, and stuff like that, this topic will be no secret to you. So you've probably heard and seen a majority of, you know, what I'm probably going to be saying in this video. But for all the new subscribers, you know, who are just tuning into my shooter content and stuff like that for the first time, welcome. Now, the lady who was being interviewed in the snippet that I put at the beginning of this video, her name is Anna Donlan. She is I believe, the chief executive producer on the game Valorant. If you don't know what Valorant is, it is a 5v5 character-based tactical shooter currently out on PC. Launched, I believe, in like mid 2020, like roughly around the summer. The game went into like a beta state that was exclusive through Twitch drops or something like that. A brilliant marketing plan they had with that. Kept them on the top of the Twitch charts for a while, and even today, this game still rivals a lot of games that are on top of Twitch. Fortnite, Apex, any games that are up at that high mark, you name it. Even, you know, things like Just Chatting and stuff like that. You'll see Valorant in the top spot on Twitch all of the time. And the game deserves the top spot, honestly. It's a really solid game, really good looking game, really fun game too. Despite how much, you know, I suck at PC controls and I really am not too crazy about playing games on my PC, it's an awesome game. But I'm gonna say for probably the past year, maybe a little bit more, there's been some rumors and stirrings of the game coming to console. Now, what's been more so at the forefront is the game coming to mobile, and that part, I'm going to say, you know, I can almost positively guarantee will probably happen, because developers, that they'll do anything to make their games work on mobile, because mobile is just a growing popular market. You know, despite how people, you know, say all the time that this game won't work on console, trust me, they'll find a way to make it work on mobile. I have no idea how. Personally, I couldn't picture playing that game on the phone, but if anybody can do it, the talented team down at Riot Games, they probably can knock this out of the park. But the mobile version is not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about console. Now this update came from summer of last year when Valorant had actually launched into the public. GameSpot had done an interview with Anna Donlan, and she did say that they were prototyping the game for console. And ever since then, people like all kinds of different Valorant creators, people like Fatman Valorant, people like Valorant Hub, amazing channels, love them both. By the way, I watch their content all the time. If you guys are into Valorant, make sure you go subscribe to both of those channels because they are both awesome. They've been staying on top of the console news, leaks and stuff like that, and we get little snippets and tips and stuff here and there. Somebody had found leaks of like controller support in the game files and stuff like that. And from what I heard, Valorant was supposed to eventually get controller support, but I don't know if or when that's ever happening. That would actually be nice because I would actually be able to play the game a bit better because I'm terrible at it on mouse and keyboard. I'm sure you guys are watching the gameplay here. You see in the background, that's me actually playing Valorant. I can play it a little bit, I can pop off some kills here and there, but I am no god with mouse and keyboard, man. I have to have my controller. Me on controller and me and mouse and keyboard, that is two different. That's like two different gamers, right there. But this has been something I've been passionate about literally since I seen Valorant launch, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little touchy and selfish about this because it's something that I really want. I think this game on console is something I want almost as bad as some of the MMOs that I target for console with on my main channel. But I never knew that I wanted a hero shooter based on search and destroy so bad until I saw this game. I'll put a few links in the description to like Fatman's channel, Valorant Hub's and like a few other articles that talk about the Valorant leaks for console and stuff like that. Unfortunately, we have nothing confirmed or nothing concrete. The last thing I heard was there is supposedly some type of industry insider saying that we might hear something about the mobile version of Valorant at E3, and the only kind of good news I can point that towards is if Riot decides to take a similar path that they took with League of Legends, how they're making Wild Rift its own thing for mobile and console, which again is another situation where we have absolutely no info on the console version. It's all mobile, so as you guys can see, I'm sensibly skeptical. But if this is another one of those scenarios, this will make me a bit hopeful because if it's some type of different version of Valorant that's built for console and mobile, that'll be nice. That'll confirm, hey, Valorant will hit console eventually. There'll be our own personal version of it coming out. But I just I don't know. It's the way they talk about console, and as you guys can see, I purposely left that snippet there in the interview. Anna Donlan talks about how there's a certain way to play this game. She doesn't know if it translates to console. And, people will always, every time I bring it up, it's very controversial, especially on Twitter. Sometimes when they post here and there, I'll say, man, I wish this game's on console. I get eaten alive by elitist after elitist after elitist after elitist saying, hey, man, this game won't work. It's, it's not built for console. This is meant to be played with mouse and keyboard, yada, yada. Most of the time, I'm getting cussed out, snapped on about it. I'm just giving the nice translated version of it. Man, some of you guys on Valorant, the way y'all talk to people, man, I can definitely understand why they monitor in y'all chats, because sheesh. If the way y'all talk on Twitter is how y'all talk to people in game, no wonder. So I wouldn't even be mad at Riot for going that route. But me personally, I look at games like Rogue Company, Rainbow Six Siege, games that are doing a similar formula to Valorant. And I mean, Rainbow Six Siege is the closest thing. The only thing about Rainbow Six Siege is it's a lot more close quarters based than most shooters. So I think doing things like no aim assist and that slow tactical gameplay are a lot easier with Siege. Valorant has a lot more longer sight lines and stuff like that. There's close quarters fights, and again there's long range fights. Valorant definitely has a lot more combat variety in it, at least in my opinion. I'm not saying you can't do any long range combat in Siege. I'm just saying it's a lot more prevalent in Valorant, at least, you know, to my opinion, and, you know, what I've experienced and played from both games. But I don't know. What I want to know is, you know, how do you guys feel? Do y'all think Valorant on console would be possible? You know, do you think now when it comes to this, I'm not saying, you know, it should be some game that's you know, tied in with the PC version. You know, console players should be playing with PC and yada yada. No. I think console Valorant and PC Valorant will probably have to be two separate things, because, you know, there are different styles of play. You know, there are some games you can do cross play with, and there are some that you can't. Now, Valorant, could it be done? I think so. I think there would have to be a lot of balancing, you know, with things like aim assist and stuff like that. They would have to find a really good middle ground. It would probably take months of testing and tuning, but it definitely could be done. But I am no game developer, but from what I can see, I think it would personally be easier for them to go the Wild Rift route, you know, that they did with League of Legends, and go that way with Valorant. But I don't know, guys. What do y'all think? You know, do y'all want to see a console version of Valorant happen? Me personally, I do. It's a really big passion thing for me. I kid you not, if I saw the game announced, I would probably cry. like no BS. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Y'all enjoyed this video, want to have more discussions about Valorant console? Let me know. We can definitely make that happen here on the channel. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out. Take care.